Salutations, my name is Phil, aka JC Servant. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Mirage Monarch in City of Villains. And for those of you who've done City of Villains a few times and gone through the story arcs, you're probably familiar with the radio. This is something that comes up quite a bit in my discussions with people when we're talking about the villain side. There was a clip that somebody has sent to me when I talked to him about possibly doing a full playthrough. I read through everything, and he pointed out to me there used to be a mod that you could download that would basically have it read to you as you were going through these things. And he gave me a clip of the radio missions. And I mean the radio with a capital T and a capital R for the contact. So that was pretty interesting. My voice acting is not nearly that good, guys, but we're going to do our best because it's now time to do the radio story arc. I believe it should be within my level range, hopefully here at level 11 here in Port Oak. So we're going to find out. And you can kind of hear something playing in the background there, but let's, I missed the guys who were dancing here earlier. There was a bunch of guys jamming out to this radio earlier. The radio seems to be tuned to a rap station. Well, let's hit a button on the radio and see what happens. You're listening to the radio you were told about as it plays the top 40 hits from the mainland when a new announcer breaks into the middle of the song. You may not know what you're hearing. You may think you're going crazy. But man, oh man, even if you are crazy, it doesn't change the fact that you aren't really listening to the one true station for villain information. Radio! Free opportunity. That's right, we are free, radio free opportunity, home of the best information for villains with the right inclination. We have a special dedication going out right now to Mirage Monarch. According to our callers, those zealous misfits called the Lost have their hands on a hot new mystery drug that's been causing quite an outbreak over in Paragon City. But what I want to know is, why should they get all the money? So Mirage Monarch, if you're listening, if you were to steal the new drug from the Lost and deliver it to drop-off points in Paragon City, that reward would be yours for the taking. Now, just keep an eye out for Longbow. They may be waiting to crush the party. Now, back to our music programming with some forgettable artists that no one will remember in a year. The radio begins to play music again. You look around, but it seems as if no one else heard the announcer. All right. The voice of Radio Free Opportunity is quiet, but you remember what is said. If you steal the drug Outbreak from the Lost, then you can take it to drop off points and take the money yourself. This is Steal the Outbreak Virus. All righty. So let's go and get this done. We got our own little radio in here. Now, I will take the travel power at level 12 or 14 at the latest. We'll see what options I have when I level up to 12, but I definitely missed the travel power. All right, let's get over there. I got my budget travel power here. This disgusting section of sewer is overrun with the Lost. Hard to believe they're synthesizing a new drug in here. Alright. Well, I guess if you're making a drug that's not so great for people, I guess you're not too worried about hygiene at the end of the day. So maybe that's what's on their minds. Alright, we got the same old standard setup here. Go ahead and... We missed? How did I miss? Oh, M quadruple G. It's like an 8-second timeout when you miss. Let's try that again. And I think I had... basically put enhancements in telekinetic thrust now, so it'll now even do more damage. Alright, that one is gone. Go ahead and make sure I'm keeping that one in the back really secure and safe and in the arms of love. The embrace of my holds. And there he goes. Oh, we got people over here, people over there. Yeah, it takes him a while to figure out what he wants to do. He's like, should I shoot that lieutenant over there? That could be suicide. Yeah, it could probably be suicide. Probably is suicide, but you're going to do it anyway. And then I'm going to telekinetic your butt to the other side of the room. Let me take a little knee there, right there, and see what we're doing. Yeah, let me write something down real quick. One second. And we'll get the show on the road. Alright. Let's get back out there. Oh, get up. Get up. Get to it. Ooh, I do hear a glowy. You know, the problem with these places is always the catwalks. You just never know when you're gonna like waltz in on somebody and above you, you know, they're just gonna crush your little skull in. Oh, we got a little bit of a bigger pack there. When you got a bigger pack, you can use the special icon items. Well, I think I kind of flushed them down there. Well, now you're my lieutenant. Because I know there's another guy out there somewhere, and I don't need him coming at me when I don't have a little buddy to help me out. You know, confusion's like having your very own pet at the end of the day. It's a heat-seeking blast if I've ever seen one. Let me just grab this because that's beeping in my ear. Alright. Oh gosh, he killed that guy. I got no XP for that one. Sad. That lieutenant's going to work. Oh, I'm asleep. No. I thought I blinded you, buddy. And he is down. I might as well finish this guy off and get my XP for him. Oh, you know, I want my XP for these two as well. At least I'm able to hit them even though they're clipping through the doodad. Wow, just die. There we go. Give me my XP. Alright, that mission's completed. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, so it says drop off the canisters at Port Oak, of Outbreak at Port Oaks here. I do like, though, that Homecoming gives you, like, miniature travel powers, at least. And a jetpack to kind of fly around. So, there is all of that. see, so that door's down there. Boop. So one mission leads right into another. It just segues into itself. According to your context, this should be the neighborhood. It looks like Longbow knows that too. So this is where we're going to have to like run around looking for drop-off points. And let me pull up the map here. Pull these guys kind of over. Very rarely will you actually need to actually kill the longbow in this mission, because really you just need to find the canisters. Sadly, that means you're spending a lot of time that you're not really making XP unless you decide to do a pit stop, like on this guy right here who's just standing out here all by himself. A lieutenant, no less, worth lieutenant XP. No backup? No one to help him? That is most unfortunate. And these drop-off points might be hard to see. I don't know if they're like the bombs that are kind of translucent. Really don't like those. There's a lot of ground to cover in these types of missions too. It really is not always my favorite. The game does have some jank to it, and this is definitely one of those janks. So I've been thinking about the, so right now, if depending on when you're watching this, but at the moment when I last checked, we had 907 subscribers. I was thinking, what could we do for 1,000 subscribers? And I was thinking, you know what we could do is we could do a little celebration where you guys get to pick something that I'm going to run on the hero side, like this character here, but the hero side where I'm going to run them from 1 to 50. No double XP, no nothing, just, you know, and save all the story arcs that I do and share that with you guys. So let you guys, let that be a community choice. I thought to myself, you know what? That sounds like a great idea, Phil. So that might be, we'll do something. I'll have to put something together. Oh, that's most unfortunate for them. There we go. Let me grab that. Let's be a little bit closer to level 12 here. Big level for this character, I think. Oh, we got some more here. So this is a big pool, possible, and could be a big pool. So we want to be a little careful here, be a little smart about it. Maybe use a couple of these inspirations I'm hardly using. Oh gosh, I think my minion just killed that poor lady. That was most unfortunate. Alright. Longbow are taken care of. That's 2. Count them 2 drop-off points. 2 down. 2 to go. Now, if you're recording footage or you're streaming, whatever, you're supposed to talk, and you're supposed to talk a lot. But the problem is with these missions, you want to listen for the glowy. So you may not want to talk a whole metric ton. You might miss something. And this is always easier when you have multiple people, because you got multiple people searching for the glowies. When you're doing this by yourself, it's a little case of good luck. You're going to need it. I hear it. I feel like when it comes to these things, the sound should be louder if you're in single player. It should be like a single player leg up. I have gotten so frustrated on some of these, some of these types of missions that I just go on rampant murder sprees. Like, the beatings will continue until you guys cough up the location of the last glowing box. Another reason to have flying, though, it's a little bit easier to do these kind of guys when you can fly around and look for things. Ooh. You gotta check all the nooks and crannies because they'll put this thing anywhere. They don't care. The only thing, I don't think they put them on the roofs on this one. So I think you're safe without looking at the roofs. Haven't heard any beepies just yet. Still looking for the guy. Let me just check really quick through this parking garage. I have seen these things on different floors of the parking garage every once in a while, so it doesn't hurt to give that a good search. Look down all the alleyways. Oh, I hear it. Aha. My instincts were right. Where are you at? Oh, you mean that big box I'm running past several times? Yeah, that box right there. There we go. Nothing like a good old hide and seek mission. Now, if I'm supposed to get paid, you'd think I would get like 1 million influence, but no. Alright, so after you're done with that, sadly, you gotta run back to the radio. Ah, I'm stuck in the geometry. You know, the city, the city is actually pretty alive-ish. You know, it could be, obviously, it's not close to a real, big city in terms of people in the streets and cars, but it's got some moving traffic and what have you, and that's pretty cool. I remember playing Grand Theft Auto and being amazed that they had, like, so much traffic. I think it was Grand Theft Auto 4. I was playing on the PlayStation 3 back in the day, and I was amazed that they had traffic and they were following the traffic signals. I thought it was a really nice touch. Oh, we have dancers now. The radio is playing pop hits from the last decade when you get back. You're about to walk away and chalk the whole thing up as an arachno-psychological experiment when the music is interrupted mid-song by the voice of an announcer. And a big hello to all the villains and villettes. Is that what they're called? Villains and villettes. Out there in the Rogue Isles. In case you haven't heard the news, the outbreak continues in Paragon City thanks to Port Oak's own Mirage Monarch, who just scored big by listening to Radio Free Opportunity. Mirage Monarch, keep listening and paying attention for more hot hits and hot tips. Remember, if you have the will to power, Radio Free Opportunity is here to provide the juice. And don't forget that Radio Free Opportunity can now be heard on the internet and even on your cell phone. We're everywhere. You've been listening to the radio for a few minutes, waiting to hear the voice of Radio Free Opportunities announcer. Just when you're about to turn it off in frustration, the familiar sound of the Radio Free Opportunity DJ breaks through the middle of a pop song and a crash of static. If you've got too much crime on your mind and too much power in your hands, then we're the radio station that's got the info you need to do your worst deeds. It's Radio Free Opportunity coming at you live from our top secret location at all in Rogue Isles. Now we have a long play extended cut today for all the best and worst to groove on. It's like the top 40 of the best of the worst. So if you've got the time and you got the inclination, then be a caller and join us today on the hit list with special guest stars Wyvern, The Legacy Chain, and Arachnos. It's going to be a star-studded wrongdoing for whoever decides to make it their business. Oh, I'm sorry, they're still in voice. It's going to be a star-studded wrongdoing for whoever decides to make it their business. And my beloved listeners, whoever gets their hands on the hit list is going to find that business is very good indeed. Make whoever's hit list your business. And the hit list. You listen closely to Radio Free Opportunities announcers. He continues to talk. Now, those vigilante villain hunters called Wyvern produced a yearly list of the biggest threats among the up-and-coming bad guys in the Rogue Isles. The list is worth a lot of money, both to know who they plan to target and for the bragging rights to be on top. All the real villains out there are probably already wondering how they can get their hands on their list, right? And you all are real villains, aren't you? Well, those Wyvern types are real tight-lipped and won't just tell you what they're compiling if you ask. The only people they do tell are their sometimes partners in crime, the Legacy Chain, because they want their input on who to keep an eye on, who's really just small change. So, evildoers of the Isles, if you want that list, the first step would be to take out the Wyvern rep meeting with the Legacy Chain and beat where to find it out of them. And remember that you heard it all here on Radio Free Opportunity. The voice on the radio is gone, fading back into some pop song. But you know what you need. Okay. So this one goes to Caadable, whatever it's called. Cap Diable. So we do have to go to a new location. I don't think I have this one on my long-range teleporter just yet. Let's see. Nope. So we're going to have to go there the old-fashioned way and get it unlocked. We'll run on over there. I've run this mission a few times on different villains. I always remember the fact that you have to head on over to Cap in order to do this. I'm going to assume it's south, which is lower level, because I'm not high enough level to go north. Alrighty, so we'll beat that mission stuff out of him. And while I'm here, of course, we want to grab a badge if we can. I don't see one close by, so I'll get it after I'm done the mission. Got some groovy music here. Uh-oh. This is not real super jump. I'm calling my jumps, whew, a little too roughly there. Oh gosh. Oh goodness gracious. Fly, fly. There's a lot of high levels down there, and I don't want to find out if they can see my invisibility. I'm trying to use fly sparingly, but yeesh. There were rumors that this office is a front for the Legacy Chain. Looks like the rumors might be true. Dun dun dun. Alright, so let's do a little reveal action here. Let's see where I need to go. We need to beat the Wyvern rep for info, so that's where I'll head. But if I happen to see a bunch of guys like this who need to have the Fasusu cut out of them, then let's go ahead and take care of those guys too. Oh, you're a little too close, aren't you? Back you go. Alright. This is the elevator up on this catwalk, I take it. Oh, there's somebody there. Ah, Lieutenant, huh? nobody else around the lieutenant. Whacking with the wand. There we go. Now he's down and out. Now, one thing I've noticed about this building layout, which comes up quite often, is there's almost always guys in this room right here waiting to cause you some problems if you're unwary. I do like tossing things aside like a rag doll. Just like, nah, you're gonna be over there now. Ooh. Lots of little guys in batches, aren't there? Well, that did not work out the way I had hoped. Well, we're keeping them held down pretty well. Very few things are actually getting to me to hit me in the head, so that's nice. Don't like them to hit me in the head. Alright, let's stop resting and continue up. Up. Now, there's an argument to be made for this character maybe being able to handle ×2, but I'm not quite there yet. Not to mention, I wouldn't kill any faster. Let's confuse this one. I kind of like the idea of the minion helping me beat up the lieutenant. That's been working out pretty good for me, rather than having the lieutenant beat up the minion. Wait, there's the hand grenade, a venom dagger. Where is my... Oh, and domination. I haven't even used domination yet. Where is my... Oh, I think I used it once, right? In one of the earlier episodes. Oh, he was so excited to make it to me, and then was like, no, you're not going to be here, buddy. I think I accidentally moved around one of my temporary powers here. Or I've run out. That's probably what's happened. Yeah, I've run out of that one power. Oof, I'm gonna need to make a stop at the start vendor here soon. Okay. Is there anybody else around here with you, buddy? No? That's unfortunate for you. He's a little bit of a little tough lieutenant there, being an orange lieutenant. Gotta be careful. Yeah, everything in here is at least one level higher than me, which is interesting. Bye-bye. Now that Wyvern Rip could be the north or to the south. The north looks bigger and a little bit further away, so we're going to go north. And see what we find in these big, huge office buildings. Oh, like that Wyvern representative right there. Looks like his partner in crime will solicit his help. And in a way, you know, a mastermind, or I'm sorry, a dominator or controller with confusion, practically is like having your own little pet, really. Bye. And it's that easy, boys and girls. That mission is done. So we can contact the radio on the thing now. You hear the voice of Radio Free Opportunity the moment you turn on the radio. No, 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 I told you, you're caller 214. You're just too late. Our lucky caller was none other than the rising star among all the fallen, Mirage Monarch, one of our favorite loyal listeners. In fact, Mirage Monarch's already on the move. Wyvern better get ready to change that list of theirs, because Mirage Monarch's already grabbing for a top place in it. And Mirage Monarch, if you're listening, stay tuned for more lore to make the big score right after a word from our sponsors here on Radio Free Opportunity. The voice of Radio Free Opportunity is already talking when you tune back in. We're back, and the topic of the day is Wyvern's list of the biggest and meanest of the newest of the Black Mask, the hit list. The big news is that one of our own, none other than Mirage Monarch, is making a play for the list. With that villain on the case, you all better be ready to bid on your copies once Mirage Monarch has it safely tucked away. It ain't over yet, though. Those boys from Wyvern are crafty, and they're going to have the whole thing coded up. Now, if only Mirage Monarch had some code-breaking software to bust Wyvern's ciphers wide open. Too bad Arachnos won't lend out any of theirs. They can break anything up that Nemesis army codes. Of course, if Arachnos aren't willing to give, it becomes no less than a true villain duty to take the encryption programs you need from Arachnos. The voice of Radio Free Opportunity continues. So if you're looking for those code-breaking programs, you can't just rip an Arachnos computer out of the wall and take it home. What you need is the program, and to get them, you'll need a living. Ain't that easy, guys? Arachnos crypto tech to access them and pull copies off the network. Oh, and that tech's gonna be in a base guarded by all kinds of crazy Arachnos face breakers who won't be happy to see you. That's just the kind of thing you'll have to do if you're living a career of evil. So get ready and get to it. Alrighty. So we're going to need to go to Port Oaks and whatnot. Now, once these missions start going from place to place like this, I definitely want to look at maybe using some of the quality of life enhancements to teleport around and whatnot. And I am pondering the possibility of taking some money from one of my other characters only for the purposes of getting that quality of life stuff, just so we can get through some of these a little bit faster on the stream without messing necessarily with how much merits and stuff I've made. Because again, I do want to see how much this character makes just by playing through everything naturally and not getting a lot of handouts or anything. But I definitely wouldn't mind being able to teleport right to the mission. It'll make these streams go a little bit faster. Not that we're in a speed rush, but there's only so much of my character running around I think people want to see. Got like the door within a door. Ah, yes. I cannot tell you how many times when going through with a different Dominator who was doing a lot of mental stuff, how many problems I had with Arachnos guys who can be pretty mez resistant. Thank you for helping me. You've not lived your usefulness. Let's see here. Looks like we got another one of these duos over here. I like how his friend's just over there. He's not helping. He's not hindering. He's just gonna kind of stay. Wow. Can't seem to confuse that guy to save my life. Oh, please come here. Please come here. Thank you for making my life easy. Bye. Oh, gosh. I missed that last shot. Oh. Now I can take a knee. Just get my endurance back up there. Get that endurance all filled up before moving on. Oh, this is the hopping intersection here, isn't it? We got a Fortuna Seer right there as well. Let me just take her out. I don't need her jumping into the middle of things. Alright, we might be level 12 at the end of this. Go ahead and confuse this one here so he can help me out a titch. I'm gonna confuse this one as well here. Give it a couple... Where's he running off to? Oh, that guy's not being very helpful. Let's confuse this one as well. And I'll start working on this lieutenant. Wow, he is still alive. Could use a little help over here from one of my minions. Oh, thank goodness that guy finally died. Well, cleared out a whole bunch there. We're like, what, maybe a blip and a half away now to level 12? Oh, got another guy over here. Why don't you two hit each other? There you go. Yeah, flop. Ragdoll physics never get old to me. Let's go ahead and gaggle you up. We'll blind you. Maybe not. Oh, no, 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 no. Go play with your friend. Remember, boys, when you're playing with a Dominator, your first chore, your first to-do item is always to make sure you control them really well. Then you can beat the Vajuju out of them. All right. Let's head up the elevators. Now, Our Lady is either at the top or the bottom. Ooh. We're going to have to come back through this way anyway, so we might as well kill everything. Oh, we got another bad guy right around there. Oh, I missed with the big telekinetic attack. That was rude. Yeah, he's still got a good chunk of my hit points on that one. That's what happens when you don't lock them down fast. That might be enough to kill him with the DOT while I take a knee. There he goes. That's a little thing we call delayed gratification. Oh, good delayed gratification. Whack. Alright, that one is down and out. Ooh, just Lieutenant all here by himself, huh? Can't have that. We're gonna kick this can down the road a titch. And that guy's out. Just occurred to me I could probably use a knee right there. Now he's confused. Is he going to attack his friends? Yeah, I think so. I think he is. Those grenades aren't doing a whole lot of damage anymore. Slam him against the wall. Wow, there's more there. I think I can skip those though. Fortuna Seer. Let's see if she can see this coming. Let me see, like, these Fortunas are pretty resistant to a lot of the whole telekinesis power dealies. It makes it pretty hard to hurt them sometimes. And there we are at level 12, so something fun after this. Let me see if what I'm looking for is down here. Ooh, this is where we have to bring the technician too. Ooh. Well, might as well kill these guys while I'm here. Let's go ahead and get rid of these two while I'm at it as well. It's kind of weird how I was fighting all yellows and oranges before, but now they're just blue and white. Why wouldn't they just be yellow and white, I wonder? So I went up a level. I mean, when they were yellow and orange, it's kind of weird things about these dungeons, actually. One thing I've noticed is that sometimes the higher level minions at the front, and in the back you're getting lower level minions. It's really kind of odd. Odd, I say. Odd. I could use some better lighting in these places. Now, I'm supposed to be looking for a technician around here. Huh. I don't think they're in there. Don't seem to be there. Huh. Let me take a look down here again. Oh, well, there's our technician right there, so yay. Probably right next to the computer. I probably need to take him to. This isn't happening. It is happening. Blast him away with the powers of my mind. So I just need to take him all the way over there. That's it. Make sure he can see me. That was it. I was thinking I was going to have to take him all the way to the other side of the dungeon. That was literally like 2 steps away. So yay for me. So let's see what the radio says now. Radio free opportunities already broadcasting when you tune in. And that's why it's called the word on the street. But you've got better. You've got the word on the airwaves with radio free opportunity. Now, if you've been a good listener and have been paying attention, then you probably heard that Mirage Monarch is already way ahead of you and already almost as Wyvern's hit list in hand. With the location where it's getting put together and the programs to break the codes and read it, Mirage Monarch is almost there. All that's left is getting it, and my loyal listeners, getting it is never easy. Tune right back in when the time is right and get ready to hear all about it. It takes maddening minutes to find it, but suddenly the announcer's voice explodes in the middle of a rock power ballad in the blast of static. Tune in, power up, and break out. It's your #1 station for misanthropic information. It's radio free opportunity. Well, as you loyal listeners know, the stage is set. Now that all that's left is to find out if Mirage Monarch can take it all the way to actually get the list. You better watch out though, Mirage Monarch. Wyvern ain't gonna let it go that easy. And we all want to see who's at the top of that list. Still a hit list from them. Radio Free Opportunity's announcer doesn't even pause for a breath but keeps talking. The Wyvern base is in place, but only one villain knows where to go. And once Mirage Monarch gets there, it ain't going to be easy. The list is going to be defended, and those defenders are going to have to take a big fall. And that's not all. To get that list to be worth every penny, peso, and euro of dinero, it's got to be the only copy left. The only way to do that is to destroy all of the Wyvern's research so they won't be able to make another copy. So, Mirage Monarch, if you're listening, you should know what to do. So bust some white mask faces. So go bust some white mask faces, because we want to hear all about it here on Radio Free Opportunity. All right. But before we do that, should I do it before or after? I should really level to 12 real quick, right? I gotta level to 12. So let me go grab that real quick, right? Let me go grab level 12. I might get the trial power, but if another power is like really good, look at this incline on this road. Holy cow! Who's driving up these things? Oof. Oh, and level 12 means we could enhance our enhancements. We could pony up for better enhancements. Alright, train to a new level power, threat level, train up to next level. Alright, so what do we have? We still have Spectral Terror. Let's see here. That basically is this like an AoE kind of pet dealie? That's hard to say. You create an illusion of unspeakable terror. The manifestation is so horrible that it causes most foes to tremble hopelessly in fear. So, a single target there, but Cloak of Fear is 10 targets mass in a 20-foot radius. I'm guessing around it. Then you have Gleam. Multiple flashing lights go off around all the enemies, disorienting them and damaging them. Gleam deals minimum damage and can disorient all affected targets for a good while. So this is a 1 and 30-minute cooldown. That takes longer. And then we have Mind Probe, which is the melee attack. So this is kind of tough here, because it looks like I can get a nice AoE hold. Gleam, though, is a 1.5 cooldown, which is going to take a while. Spectral Terror is 45 seconds. Orgate my flying power. And I don't know if Phantom Army comes... you want that, but I think... That's not for a while yet. Plus, it's only around for a minute anyways. I think I'll go with Spectral Terror, and I'll get the flight power next level. So, we'll definitely have to do that next level. Now, we'll go ahead and hint that for Fear Duration. I imagine it takes Fear Duration. I would hope it takes Fear Duration. Okay, so let's take a look. Enhance, go to Manage. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put in that Fear Duration. We'll go ahead and upgrade the rest of our powers here. So right now, our attack powers only got 26 times 2, but when we upgrade it... Oof, it's going to take all my money. It's now 38 again, so our damage goes way up. That's the thing about SOs, you know, as you get up in levels, they get weaker and weaker. But then you buy new fresh ones and you're good for a while again. Until we get IOs and then life gets better. It's a weird cycle to be on. I'm kind of hoping that I'll have a full... I should be able to buy one winter set piece and sell it before I have to upgrade all those SOs like that again. This is why I tell people to sell converters at early levels, right? Because otherwise I wouldn't have had the cash to do that. And by the way, you guys see me using normal drops, and I'm nowhere close to the cash to do that, right? Not even remotely close. You have to use merits to get the money. To get the money. All right, so we have a Spectral Terror now. Oh, I'll wait till I find a group to practice them on. And this guy's a little tough. I finally got him down. All right, take a knee, take a knee. Give me 1 minute. All right, we'll continue to work through this here. Oh, I just realized I'm not stealth anymore. Should probably turn that back on. I should probably try out my new little fear thing here. Is it like a little terrifying little pet thingy? Oh. It is kind of like a little pet thing. You're just going to sit up there and keep zapping them and... Ah, he's stuck in the wall. Yeah, so he's a pet. But it might not be a pet that moves around. So, if you want him every fight, you're going to need a recharge reduction in that bad boy. I've never done illusion before, so I wasn't sure how that works. Now I know. It's like a little temporary pet, which is kind of the theme, I guess, with a lot of illusion stuff. A lot of it's kind of temporary pet type of stuff. Yeah. Oh, you can have a nice day. Prize is waiting for you in the back. Oh, found another guy. This guy's everywhere. Whack. Okay, well that's a dead end. Nothing in the cafeteria. I think that's like the employee lounge, right? Oh. Well, there's just a file just sitting there in the middle of nowhere. It's totally fine. I have to say, I really do like how my little taken over minion here is gonna destroy that file for me, and since it's no XP, I'm totally okay with that. Alright, that one's taken care of. Oh, the door's over here, Phil. It's this door. Always look up. I don't know. Let me just double check to see if there's any file cabinets hiding up here real quick. Doesn't look like it, huh? I am not the biggest fan of things that have 5 million stories to them. Actually, this floor looks just like the last one, really. Beginning to wonder if I even... Whoops, I'm about to say, I'm beginning to wonder if I even went up the elevator. Because this is my answer right here. Let's just fling him around a bit, shall we? Alright. Moving on, nothing to see there. Filing cabinet just in the middle of the hallway. This might be a good time to use my little psychic pet doohickey and see where that gets me. Just kind of sits up there, helps you out, does its thing. Ugh. Now, why would you target the file cabinet when there's a little guy right there that could actually hurt you? The file cabinet can wait till after we blow them up. Oh. Trying to get to this side of the file cabinet is not working out too well. I'm just going to blow it up with an illusion here. There we go. Looks like we got a big chunk of the building up here. Get back a little of endurance and then jump back on the bandwagon here. Oh, this is the real fun place. Steal list, 1 research file, and beat a guardian. All on a day's work. Let me turn invisible first and let's just zip around and see if we can find either of those things. Ah. Nothing up here, but there is a lower floor. Nothing's jumping out at me. Probably just best to just start beating the cruddy-duddy out of everything. I like how he helped me finish that guy up. I do appreciate that. Fang agent. Let's go ahead and do a little damage here to this guy. Fling him around a bit. And that's another bar of XP in the hole. Ah, good job there, Mirage Monarch. Let's see if we can find this guy. Oh, probably should look at my endurance just in case I get ambushed. And you know, whenever your character sits down to take a rest, take a swig of coffee to recharge yourself as well. Ah, good stuff. Take my coffee nice and black. Puts hair on your chest the way nature intended. Just use up some of those inspirations there and get a little more juice out of there. I'm not completely maximizing my run here. Should be using my inspirations a little more. Alright, that should kill him off. Oh, good grief. There's another elevator. I was looking around there like, oh, he has to be here. This has got to be the last room. Little did I know there was another elevator. Fifth floor. Goodness gracious, people. Look, just because you could doesn't mean you should. Oh, we found another cabinet here. Gonna try to confuse this one here. I'm definitely getting my mileage out of invisibility, to be sure. Uh-oh. We got another entrant here. I'm going to need to finish off some guys here before everything starts wearing off. Uh-oh. I'm getting overwhelmed. Let me try mezzing some of these guys really quickly. Let's go ahead and use Domination up. Burn all the inspirations here. I don't like being low on health. This stupid little arrow sounds. Zip, 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 zip. I'll never understand personally in the world of comic books why there's people with bows and arrows. It just makes zero sense to me. No other, like, outside of a fantasy, like no science, like in Warhammer 40k, none of those guys are running on bows and arrows, right? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. You would use a gun. Super high-powered laser beam rifles I can understand, or even really good, like, you know, Punisher or something, but the bow guys, the Hawkeyes and stuff never did it for me. Just, I couldn't ever take them seriously. I roll my eyes every time I see them in the Justice League or anything like that. Batman in the Justice League was always a hard sell for me. I don't care, human at peak condition, I don't know what he's doing along Green Lantern, Superman, and the Flash. But somehow Green Arrows are even worse. Hashtag hot takes. Oh, the list of compiler. That's pretty cool. Alright, so I got the list. Or, no, I got him. I gotta get the list. The compiler doesn't keep it on himself. He threw it in a safe somewhere, because of course he did. There's an arrow sticking out my character. That's funny. Let me take a knee real quick just in case I turn around and go up those stairs and there's 18 guys waiting for me. I got most of my inspirations back already, so it doesn't take long to build those back up. Okay, nobody's up here. And that mission's finally done after 5 floors of exciting adventure. Reward merits. Whopping 8 reward merits. As the final bids come in for the hit list, you tune in to find Radio Opportunity is already playing. We're the ones you hear when you're making normal folks fear. It's Radio Free Opportunity. And the talk of the day is none other than Mirage Monarch. We only hope that you're enjoying these ill-gotten gains, Mirage Monarch. Wyvern's gonna reel from this for a while, but we all have one big question. Mirage Monarch, did you put yourself on the top of the list? Come on, you can tell us. No, wait, you don't have to tell us a thing. Of course you did, because you made Wyvern put you there, because you learned about it. And it all happened because you listened to the broadcast for the outcasts, the backbeats for the beat downers, the one, the only radio free opportunity. Now that seems to be kind of the end of the story, but now there's more here, and I don't know if this is this is kind of like a post one here, a post mission here, a bonus mission. So we could probably try to get this in here. I don't know if there's like a second story arc, but I don't think so. But let's do it. Let's see here. I'll just tell you what. Give me 1 second. Oops. Uh-oh. I accidentally hit the button before I read the mission. The radio takes a bit of tuning, but you finally hear the voice. Radio opportunity coming through loud and clear. It's time for the prime show of crime. That's right, villains. It's radio free opportunity. Coming at you live from our secret location. And we better stay secret if we want to keep our heads today, because we've got something big. The ultimate big bads of the Rogue Isles have themselves quite a problem, and we're the only ones that can be brave enough to tell you about it. Seems that they've been infiltrated. That's right, a spy from the council has made his way into their ranks and is feeding his pals information like it was a buffet line. What's worse, Arachnos can't weed the guy out. If only someone could find the council spy master, they'd be sure to find the spy. Of course, that spy is no doubt going to make a run for Paragon to hide behind the capes there within the hour, and the Arachnos base he was in would still think he was on their side, so you'd have to fight through them to catch him, all in about 60 minutes. So if you just want to be a Shoppy or 13th caller, it could be you. You call the number, and the phone picks up immediately. Congratulations, Mirage Monarch, you're a lucky winner. Now, you get the location of the Council Spy Master. Remember, this is a two-parter, and the second part's going to be on the clock. The good news is, sources say Arachnos won't be any more upset than normal if you take out the whole base the Council Spy's hiding in. Arachnos figures it would serve them right for being fooled. So good luck, good hunting, and tell everyone you heard about it right here on radio free opportunity. Okay, so got some killing to do. Now, this may be a part 2, by the way. So if this is a separate video, hi, welcome. My name is Phil, aka JC Servant, and this is another Mirage Monarch video, or I may just keep it as one big long video. I'll see how it goes in post production, see how long it looks. But for now, we're gonna head over to the next mission. Oh, I was going to go and get some more things from the start vendor, but I guess I'll hang in there. Ooh, bouncing off of walls. Yeah. Just your jump there's. There we go. There we go. Just 60 minutes, they say. 60 minutes. Set the clock now. The council base wasn't expecting trouble. Too bad you showed up. Bum bum bum. So we got to beat the spy and then defeat the spy master. And if I use this, I can get a clue as to where they're at. Because usually these things are kind of at the end and whatnot. So let me go ahead and just take out a couple of these guys while I'm at it. Divide and conquer is the name of the game when you're playing a Dominator here. You got one held, you got one charmed, and that's how you get through life, right? And you stay mostly untouched for the whole thing. Now that's kind of making my own radio opportunity right there. We're almost halfway through level 12. So we're kind of cruising. All the patrol XP's all burned up at this point. Now, I do hear some beepy McBeepies here. So I'm going to guess we want to get up on this catwalk thing. He is by himself, sort of. I think he's far away enough from the other guy that it won't aggro, but we'll see. Alright, so I got him out. Let's go ahead and confuse this guy, the Spy Master. Let me do that. Oh, I missed. Rude. Okay. Find the spine identity, which is probably that beepy sound I hear from the other side of the room over here. Yeah, well, that one was easy enough. Definitely much easier than the 5-floor, dealie. But now I have a 60-minute countdown timer to get to the next mission, and I think that might be a kill-all. Like I was like, catch this council spy, or not. Uh-oh, losing altitude quick. Let's see, it looks like it's around the other side of this here building. There we go. We'll jump in there and see where it leads me. Not the biggest fan of the door within the door mission. It's all a nemesis plot. Alright, so I'm supposed to catch the spy. Now, the way it was worded, it sounded like a kill-all, but it may not be. Let's just go to the end if I can. Well, this is very small, actually. Unless I'm missing something, this has got to be one of the smallest missions I've ever done, so catching him in half of 1 hour should be pretty easy. Be surprised if that takes more than 10 minutes. Of course, I keep missing like that, it might. There's a Fortuna handler over there. Boy, can you just die already? These things are so resistant to like psychic damage and all this shiz. Yeesh. It's like beating my head up against the wall. I have to get a little juice there. Inspiration's already filled back up nice and neat again, so that's good. I don't really need to kill everything. So I'm kind of curious what's at the end here. Oh, hello, bad guy. He was just running through. That's something you don't see every day. He's not just waiting at the end for you to beat him up. He's like, no, I'm going to stop right there, actually. It's just a lieutenant, though. I should be able to mez him. Well, he's a tough one, though. Come on, thrust him. There we go. That was it. That was easy. All right, let's turn it back in. You tune the radio and search for the telltale sound of Radio Free Opportunities announcer. We're the sound you need every day of your evil lives. It's radio, radio, radio free opportunity. Seems like the council spy master ran into a big problem that goes by the name of Mirage Monarch. Now their spy's all busted up, but there's nothing they can do about it. Too bad for those fellas. Just goes to show you that you should know to listen to the radio. I am actually getting tired of saying radio opportunity, but you guys get the gist. Alright, you turn into the station, sure enough the voice of Radio Free Opportunity cuts through the music. Blasting through the airwaves like a hammer to the skull, it's a radio opportunity coming to you live from who knows where. We have the lowdown on the down low, all just for you, our listeners. Speaking of secrets, we heard here at the station that the cabals of mystics are an overactive sense of justice, you know, as the legacy chain, are going to be holding induction ceremonies for this newest members in some offices here in Port Oaks. Well, I'm sure everyone in the Rogue Isles wishes them the best and hopes that their little induction of new would-be champions of righteousness isn't crashed by any of the bad guys out there. Isn't that right, all you bad guys listening? Oh, and I should probably mention that we've heard these ceremonies involve some pretty valuable stuff. I just hope nothing bad happens, and that's what we call a hint, ladies and gentlemen. The voice of Radio Free Opportunity fades. If the tip from the Radio Free Opportunity is right and the legacy chain is initiating new recruits, then it would jive with things you heard from other contacts. In fact, you know what the business offices are probably going, where the business offices are probably going to be holding the ceremony in. If you can take out the one leading the initiation, you should be able to steal their valuables royalty free. Okay. So let's grab those valuables. This is where they bring back the 5-story. Looks like you're right. You can hear the sounds of a ceremony somewhere in the office. They won't know what hit them. So we just got to steal 3 things and then kill the boss. And there's an elevator at the end because of course there is. My little temporary minion knows exactly what's on my mind. Beat up these guys. Thank you, temporary minion. Your job is done. You can rest now. There we go. Temporary minion has served a purpose. Now. I'm kind of curious how you're supposed to get up those stairs, or how you're supposed to get up to that second floor. If you had a wheelchair. No, if you had to walk and didn't have super jump. If I take that, those guys might aggro, so let's give a little bit of another test to our AoE fear here. We'll confuse, this one's not impressed, so we'll confuse him. Ouch. Oh, that guy's running away somewhere. I just need this thing anyways. I don't like chasing guys down floors. Yeah, he's gone somewhere. Oh, let's turn off the travel power. How about that, Phil? Oh, wow, look at that maze. That's messy. Oh, I hear a beepy. I hear a glowy. Now see, there's stairs here for this one. That other floor, I wasn't sure where the stairs were at. 2 down, 1 to go. Yeah, the missions are the pacing's very uneven on these. Sometimes you'll get through these missions really quick, and other times it'll take you a while. That didn't work out too well. So let's put our Spectral Terror there. And then we'll confuse this one. And we'll start going through these guys' hit points. And we'll smack you with the wand and then thrust you across the room. There you go. Now, we were talking about Dazzler the other day. I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with that X-Men. She basically absorbs channel and rechannels it as a light. It's one of my inspirations for my character, Wildlight. And I was thinking, if we were going to make one, how would you make that here? Now, Wildlight is Energy Blast, Vulnerability Sentinel, but her powers aren't exactly the same, and she's a lot tougher than Dazzler. Theoretically, Dazzler could probably be defeated if she doesn't kill you first with her blasting powers. So she definitely got more of a squishy feel to her. So I was thinking maybe an Illusion Energy Blaster Dominator would be pretty cool. That might be your perfect wildlife character. Or Dazzler. Dazzler character. Dazzler. I hear the beepy. Where is the beepy? It's probably on the other side of that wall. That's what it is. Remember, glowies aren't affected by solid walls. It's as if they're not there in determining how loud they are. Ooh, that could hurt. I'm just going to zip by it and go to the end here and see what I find here at the end. Alright, the Initiator. Well, initiate this for me, buddy. Oh, he kind of hurt a little bit. Too bad he didn't live long. Alright, so now I just have to steal the doohickey. Probably downstairs here. There it is. And that mission's done. Let's see, return to contact. You tune in to Radio Free Opportunity again, listening for the announcer's voice to break into the middle of a song. You're rewarded soon enough when you hear, "It's the love song for your heart of darkness. It's Radio Free Opportunity. I've got a bit of news for all you black mask out in the Rogue Isles. If you were thinking of pouring some weed killer on the next crop of Legacy Chain initiates, you should have set your alarm clock to yesterday. It looks like Mirage Monarch beat you all to the punch, which is spiked. Thank you very much. Mirage Monarch, if you're listening, keep it up. You're proof that good things happen to bad people who listen to Radio Free Opportunity." Alright, next mission. Let's see here. We are the sound of the end times. We are the DJ at the party at Ground Zero with the blast info for the worst of you. It's Radio Free Opportunity. Now it seems like we've been losing a lot of listeners lately, and it ain't been that easy listening station. It ain't been to that easy listening station. Ah, no, my honorless sleeves. We've been seeing loyal listeners sent back to the Big Zig and Paragon through the efforts of a mysterious group of vigilantes who call themselves Wyvern. Or Wyvern, I guess. Now you're probably thinking, but Radio Free Opportunity. This doesn't matter to me because I'm not a loser. Well, we know you're not a loser. You're cool like Mirage Monarch because you're listening to us right now, aren't you? So here's the deal. Those Wyvern types are meeting this very day at one of their secret financiers. There's a chance to hurt them and line your pockets at the same time. A real 2-for-1. But we got to give everyone a chance. So if you want to know where they're going to be meeting, be the 13th caller. It could be you. All right. And of course, it's all the way over there. The phone picks up immediately, and you hear the voice of Radio Free Opportunity on the other end. Congratulations, Mirage Monarch. You're our 13th caller. Who would have ever guessed? You'll be after the financier and whoever he's meeting with. You should have what you're looking for on them. Now take down this address and remember to tune into Radio Free Opportunity. You get the address right when the announcer hangs up. All right, so we are on the way there at the fastest speed that we can go. Well, I guess I could hit that button and go there a little bit faster, huh? Little free radio opportunity there. Whoosh. And like doing a little bit of easy questing around here. According to a tip from Radio Free Opportunity, this should be the place. Now, I have to say, I have done quite a bit of missions, and I think that the villains at least start off written pretty strong. There's a lot of cool and interesting things going on aside from whatever his name is. I forget, Dr. Greaves. But for the most part, I enjoy these little vignettes. I think they're like really kind of cute and fun, and it fits the vibe for me pretty well. And I think it hits better than the hero side kind of does. I think maybe that side might take itself a little too seriously, whereas this one is just a little bit more, oh, he's going to go run off and beat up those guys for me. Well, maybe he's not. Is he going to come back? Yeah, I want my Lieutenant XP, thank you very much. Alright, where am I supposed to be? I'm supposed to be going this way anyways. Well, can turn off the travel power again, Phil. Yeah, that's too easy to pass up. And we'll just finish blasting that guy down. Hasn't been too many kill-alls, so that's been good. Oh, I like kill-alls. Can be fun too, as long as you're not hunting for the last one. Like for 20 minutes. Pardon me. Oh. Oh my. Bye. That never gets old. Alright. Let's go up to this other room here. Oh, my employer would like to pay special attention to someone called Mirage Monarch. Oh, we'll have to look into that. They're just having a little conversation with each other. No big deal. Suddenly his eyes turn red and he starts attacking his friend. Oh, that didn't work. We'll have to give that another shot here. It did hit. It just, I don't think it took something. Well, that's the first time I've seen a confused guy take a shot at me in a while. It looked like he was shooting at me, at least there was somebody behind me. No? Who are you shooting your bow at? Okay, so that's it for him. Okay. As you, let's try, we're done now, let's try the next one. As you're counting the money you stole, which I wish I actually stole a bunch of money and my character's rich, and think of all the influence it will get you, here's a hint, it didn't get you much. You hear the voice of Radio Opportunity break in whatever radio was tuned in before. It's Radio Free Opportunity, where evil always wins, even when good plays it smart. The big news today is Mirage Monarch's daring theft from Wyvern. With their operating budget stolen, no one knows what they're going to do. Now I wonder where Mirage Monarch found out about that little job. Oh yeah, I remember. It was right here on Radio Free Opportunity. And that might be it. Yeah, so this is kind of interesting, right? And I don't know what's going on here, but basically, yeah, you defeat the financier, you stole the money for the Wyvern group, you get 140 experience, 140 infamy, woohoo. You didn't get any bonus, and even though that was like I swear that was like 3 extra doors of missions, I didn't get any reward merits for that, and that's the end of it. So that's kind of like when we did the last guy. It's kind of like it's an epilogue missions that don't actually lead to extra rewards. So when we did whatchamacallit, Mr. Bakor. What's interesting is Dr. Greaves is now on the inactive list, probably because we've out-leveled him. But there's the radio. Yeah, so that means that the radio is pretty much done. So very interesting to know there. So yeah, that wraps up the radio story arc plus epilogue. So what I will do is I will head over to the smart vendor. Smart vendor. And for that, I need to go back to Mercy Isle or Pocket D. Now I think about it, there's a Pocket D right here. Wonder... I need to get Pocket D unlocked on my teleportation list. So we'll go and we'll do that. Salvage-wise, I have 58 reward merits, still well short of the 100 I need. I may need to just cash in another 5 of them to get another million, maybe. Tempting. Want a team like I said, I want a team teleporter and stuff. I might just take it from another character. Just for the purposes of having convenience on the character. But for gearing and stuff, I'm gonna keep it neutral. I'll think about it. You guys can let me know what you think in the chat. For now, I'll just run over here and at least get another jetpack because I'm gonna run out of fuel on this one soon. So we can at least get those hand grenades. Sadly, are not really cutting it anymore. I haven't really used the prismatic, the hand grenades aren't really cutting anymore. The prismatic taser, I can't remember how much damage that guy does. But I've been kind of getting by, I suppose, without this stuff, so I guess that's okay. I'm only down to 83,000, so not a lot there. But for travel, I probably could use the... Wow, that's even 50,000. Oof. Like I said, I've got merits to cash in, but I may not need it. That's why I've been conserving the backpack. Let me see how much I have left here. I have 11 minutes of usage left, and if I get to 14, then I'm just going to take fly anyway, so maybe I'll hold on a little bit longer on that. But that's all I have for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, may God bless you.